We're doing a vegan food crawl at Epcot's Food and Wine Festival.
Let's eat.
Veggie, veggie, fruit, fruit, veggie, veggie, fruit, fruit. Hello everyone, I'm Jay.
I'm Sam.
And that's Nick.
Hey.
One of our friends, and he's a vegan, believe it or not. You're watching the Theme Park Foodies, and we're doing a vegan food crawl here today at Epcot's Food and Wine Festival 2022. This is actually something you and I have thought about doing for a little bit, Sam.
This seemed like the perfect time.
Yeah, we're not, like, because we're not vegans, I don't feel like our palate is as trained as yours would be, Nick.
Right.
To try vegan food. So you've been vegan for years, because I've known you. And Nick and I have known each other since 7th grade.
Yes.
So
You were next to each other in the yearbook.
in the year, yes. So we figured, since we have Nick here, we have a palatable vegan here, and we're gonna be trying a ton of different vegan options at Food and Wine Festival 2022. I already told you, Nick, about the fry booth.
Yeah.
So you're a fan of French fries, right?
I love French fries.
Who is it, right? And Sam, you're excited about the Earth Eats Meatball, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Brussels sprouts.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll be at Brew-Wing. So most people don't realize this. Brew-Wing and some of the spots you would think would usually just have meat do have some vegan options. So we'll be going over those, be rating what we ate 1 to 10 and going over our favorites at the end. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Join us for our crawl here at Epcot's Food and Wine Festival 2022. All right, so the registered vegan is going to start us off here on the vegan food crawl. If you guys want to know too, there's like little leaves next to each of the items on the boards. So Nick, these are the Yuca fries. They
Adobo Yuca fries.
Oh, adobo Yuca fries.
Garlic, cilantro, aioli.
And the malt and vinegar fries are also vegan.
That comes in the flight though, so you can't
Yes.
get those.
Yeah, you can't get those individually. All right, Nick, you ready?
I'm ready. Just dig in.
Yeah, just dig in, man.
There's no
Whichever
rules.
fry, yeah, there's no rules on the food crawls. Just you can't do points. It has to be an even number when you go for
You
the
mean
numbers.
halves?
Yeah, no halves. You gotta do like a 7.5. It's either a 7 or a 6. The only one who's allowed to do points is my sister. Like, how are they cooked? Are they soft in the center, crunchy on the outside, or?
So we're getting like a really solid texture here.
Okay.
Because it is crisp on the outside, softer on the inside, which is obviously what you want in like a French fry-like food.
Yeah.
What's tricky about Yuca, some people call it Yucca. I'm not really sure what the actual pronunciation is.
Yeah.
What's tricky about this food is that it's so dense that sometimes that fluffiness doesn't really come through the way that it would for like a regular potato.
I've had that happen with the Yuca fry, the Purple Elephant in Long Island
Right.
previously.
I'm really liking what we were able to do here at the parks with this particular dish because, like we said, crisp outside, nice soft fluffy inside, and the seasoning and the drizzle are working really well to make a nice complete flavor.
1 out of 10.
I give it an 8, 8.5.
8's really, dude, 8's really good. 5's average, so
Yeah.
8's solid. All right, Sam is having her hand at the vegan food stuff. So this is, Sam, your unpalatable, non-vegan palate that has meat regularly. What do you think of
I
Yuca
really like
fries?
the aioli that's on it, and I love it's very crispy, and the sauce is really good.
I'm a big fan of the wets, so I feel like the aioli will add a little wetness to the food that I enjoy.
You gotta stop talking about wet and moist foods. I agree with this 8.
Nice. All right, next up on the list is Brew-Wing. Brew-Wing is a great spot to get some AC, Sam.
Yes.
It's-
And sit down.
Yes, it's where the Epcot experience used to be. Yes, a lot of tables. So, yes, and they have a vegan option. You wouldn't think wings have a vegan option, but they do. All right, vegan Brussels sprouts at Brew-Wing. Sam, what are in these?
Just buffalo sauce. It just says buffalo sauce.
Nice. You get a
Brussels.
What is-
spicy
But I feel like
Brussels
there's a
sprout.
white sauce.
Yeah,
too.
what's the drizzle? Is that like
It
a
doesn't-
fake ranch or fake blue cheese?
Yeah, it
I'm
doesn't
assuming
specify.
it reminds me of the Yuca drizzle that we just had.
Yeah, which was an aioli kind of. Was it?
I'm assuming, yeah. All right, the vegan palate. You're like questionable of it. Hopefully it's really vegan and we didn't just kill you.
You'll know by the end of the video. So buffalo sauce is actually one of my favorite flavors. It's reliable. It has a nice amount of heat and a little bit of flavor with that as well. And coming from New York originally, the state of New York is where buffalo sauce was invented.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think it was actually in Buffalo.
I think we need to make you a regular, man.
I'd say I have
I think
worked
you're
on,
way better than we
I
are.
know.
I'd say I worked on a lot of food shows. I worked on MasterChef, Kitchen Nightmares, a number of things for Food Network, shopped a whole bunch of stuff. So
Yes,
I have
yes.
a lot of and if as much as I've worked on, I've watched 10,000 times more. So Alton Brown is a personal hero of mine.
Huge food fan.
I'm a huge food fan and a
Yes.
huge food show fan as well. So
Nice.
I'm turning your show into Good Eats is what I'm doing. So what's going on here? Like, I do really like the flavor of buffalo sauce. What's difficult about making a dish with Brussels sprouts in it is that they become soggy really easily
Yes.
if you don't eat them immediately. So even just in the time from getting it from the counter to the table, I think it's gotten a little bit soggy.
That happens with things too, especially when we take pictures and stuff
Yeah.
before.
I'm saying it's not soggy enough that it deters me too much, I don't think. So the flavor is still there. I'd say the Brussels sprouts, they're cooked well. Everything is, it's a, all the intentions are correct. I just think sometimes it's a little tricky to execute because throwing too much sauce on an item that's supposed to be crisp
Yes.
really throws it off. So
Especially, you want crispy vegetables that are cooked.
absolutely,
Yeah.
especially with Brussels sprouts, you don't want a soggy Brussels sprout.
Yes.
So for this, I like all the flavors, but the texture loses points for me. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Well, dude, 6 is still one above average, so you're
Okay.
you're not knocking them completely.
All right then.
Oh, let me go back and knock. Yeah.
All right, I'll give it a 5 then.
Okay,
We'll
a
say,
5 for average.
I know the scale that without a plethora of data, the scales can be kind of uneven. But I'll give it a 5. If it's an average dish, I'll give it. It's an average.
So good flavor, but poor execution.
Yes. So yeah.
All right, so now that Nick told me these are soggy, I took even longer to change the battery in the camera, and they're going to be even more soggy. So I can't wait. But the flavors you said were good. So
Well,
trying to get
buffalo
a
sauce
crispy
is
one.
buffalo sauce. Buffalo
Right.
sauce is always gonna.
Yeah, looks like this one looks like it has a little crisp on top. You see that?
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll be a better dose. That tastes like exotic. Like it doesn't taste like anything like I've ever.
Have you had Brussels?
Jay, it's
No, I haven't-
buffalo sauce. Buffalo sauce is an exotic. It's like a stand.
It's just different to me. I've had Brussels sprouts. I've had buffalo sauce. I have never in my life thought like, hey, I think that's like putting ranch dressing on spaghetti, which some people do. I've had, believe it or not,
Have you dipped your pizza in ranch?
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Every day. It's so extreme. We do go through a lot of ranch in our house.
We do. But no, I think I agree with your 5. Like if this was crispy, it'd be good, but the sogginess just brings down all the flavors. So I'm gonna agree with Nick's 5. All right, so Sam, you were saying this looks like the picture, right?
It does.
Just so you guys know, we're at Simmering Ship.
Shimmer.
Simmering Sips. It's like Simmering Ships. Or Ships in the Night.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the Guava Mousse, right?
It's
Sam?
on a sugar cookie with coconut lime whipped cream.
All right, so Nick and I are gonna try at the same time. You get the non-vegan and the vegan palette.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
Just want to get the cookie.
That
part,
cookie's
too.
hard. Yeah. Little secret, I broke the cookie before the camera turned on.
Yeah. So you also have I went the spoon over. That's fine.
Yeah, well,
I get a little bit of the cookie there
Mm.
on the end, so maybe that'll.
The cookie adds to it for sure. It gives that crunch with the mousse. To me, I like the fries. I think this is my favorite thing I've had so far.
I think I would agree with that.
Yeah,
Honestly, yeah.
this is very good. This tastes like something I would get at like one of the restaurants.
Is it super sweet?
No.
No.
Just the right amount. The sugar cookie really adds a lot of the sweetness, but it's the textures too. You have the softness of the mousse and the crunch in the sugar cookie.
Yeah.
It has coconut lime whipped cream. I've never had that before.
Oh, oh, wow.
How is it?
It's good.
Coconut lime, guava.
We're gonna do a number on 3. Same time. 1, 2.
Can I have another taste first?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you always rush in the.
It's not pretty, but it's all the ingredients. in
Yeah.
One taste.
I got mousse in my hair.
The other kind of mousse.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 9.
7.
You went one below the fries.
Oh, you're right. 8.5.
What, you gotta do points?
You mean half. You mean you can't do
Does it have
half.
to be? Okay. Okay.
You do 8. You
Explain.
do one.
No. Explain for the viewers what your scale is. It's solid numbers.
Yeah, it's solid numbers only.
Okay.
All right, and then it's we don't do points here, and the reason I don't do points.
You know,
is
you
points
mean
a cop-out.
you mean halves. You
Halves.
keep saying points. We do
Some people do
points.
0.2. I don't do 0.2 or 0.3 or 0.5. So for me, it's just solid number. I'll let you do 0.5.
And you don't do categories. Like it's not like this is the dessert category before we were in an appetizer.
No,
category.
I just
Just kind of
it's
an
just straight
overall.
because I want it to just be based off of your initial reactions on it, which sometimes at the end of the video I do change, but I try to maintain point systems. But I have had said things are this is an 8, but it's a better 8. I've said that before.
I'm gonna stick with my original number. Then I'm gonna say 7.
7? Okay.
Yeah, because I do.
So you're putting the fries above this thing?
Yeah, I do put the
Okay.
fries above this, but I personally like savory things over sweet things.
Gotcha.
But I think I really liked about this is that it's not overly sweet.
Yes.
Because I was wondering about it because it looks like a pink Twinkie if you look at it. That's exactly what it looks like. When we were just looking at it before. But it's not that at all. It reminds me almost of like a nice like truffle or something like you get at a candy shop.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of different combinations of flavors and the lightness of it, which
It's
is
light and the textures too.
yeah, which is like the big part of mousse in general is just kind of you need to nail that airy kind of light texture
Yes.
to it. Because if it's too heavy, then it's a pudding. It's not a mousse, right?
I agree. Yeah, no, and that's why I actually went above the fries. As much as I like the fries, they had a very original seasoning. They were cooked very well. I thought like the textures and the execution of this total. I think it's harder to execute too. I mean, I'm not saying if you do the fries, God bless you. I think the fries are amazing. I'm not down in the fries. I just think this is a little bit more original than me, which means boost it up right to that 9, not a 10. I think it's probably the best dessert I've had though, Sam, during this festival so far. One of the best festival items, period, that I've had. And I probably wouldn't have tried it if I didn't do vegan crawl with Nick today. So I'm happy that we ate this.
I like the cookie as well. Cookie
Yeah.
is a nice touch.
All right.
All right, so this is the Impossible Meatball, right, Sam?
Yes.
And do you know what's in it? No.
Herbs polenta,
Oh, okay.
puttanesca sauce,
Oh.
basil pesto. I'm doing that off the fly. I don't have it in front of, I think that was what it was.
We usually
That is
say
correct.
Yeah, we usually say these with the book in front of Sam, but look at you. Let's. You want to go first?
Sure.
Okay, you go first.
Want to go at the same time? Or
Actually,
not?
yeah, we each got
Okay.
a ball here, so we'll just split the ball.
All
You get a ball, I
right.
get a ball.
All right.
First, like I think what you said when we first got it, Nick. This is just very, like a just very good looking
Aesthetically
dish.
pleasing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a very tender ball.
Sorry to come around there. I was just trying to get a little bit of this puttanesca sauce.
Oh
here.
yes, yeah, take it.
See, I was wondering before about what region we were in because it's kind of a mixture of different like things from around the world. So at first I think like Italian with the puttanesca and the meatball, but polenta is traditionally more, at least I think of it as more of like a Mexico, South America style of food. More of the corn's more of like the Americas crop.
So it makes great sense they put this like right in your cannon.
Oh, that makes sense then. Yeah, don't say. But yeah,
That was a joke.
it's up there over my head.
It's a little chewy, like it actually tastes like meat, which is interesting to me.
I think
expecting
that's
it
what
to
they're going for, Jay.
But I was expecting it for some reason to be more tender. I feel like with the fake meats, I feel like they're always like I never get like a chewy sense from them.
Well, if you ever cook the Impossible meat from like it being like raw, it starts out pink like meat would be, and then changes into like a brown color. So I think one of the things that I like about when like it's Impossible, one of the things is the the color change, the texture change, and then the third thing being the flavor. So you're saying so
I'm gonna give this a 6.
I'm not getting much of the polenta when I have the whole piece.
Okay.
I like the meatball and the puttanesca sauce. I'm a fan of olives in any dish for whatever reason,
Yeah.
whether it fits or not.
I think it's just a unique flavor that like
Yeah.
oftentimes elevates a dish. Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay. So I'm thinking probably the role of the polenta here is maybe just to cut I don't know, the flavors a little bit. I don't know.
I think it has a different texture.
It's definitely a different texture for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The tomato in there definitely gives it almost like a marinara type of like a like a meatball to it. But then you're right, like it's a mix of like different cultures.
I agree with this with the 6. I think presentation, I give it a 10 or a 9.
Yeah.
Flavor and everything else is a little bit less than that, so a 6. Still a good dish. I enjoyed it, or I'm enjoying it. I'll give you a little tidbit here. Little theme park foodies exclusive.
Oh, nice.
It's
exclusive.
So,
exclusive here on the theme park.
Puttanesca is the Italian word for prostitute, and they call it that because
I had a feeling because you always say puta is a derogatory.
I say, well, it got that name because they would put on like a pot of sauce and then go do their work, and by the time they got home, it was like ready to go.
Oh, okay.
So puttanesca. And,
oh, nice. All right, Sam just had the Impossible meatball for her first time. She's never had Impossible meat before, so I had to get this on camera. Your initial reaction, Sam?
I don't think I would have known that it wasn't meat.
There you go.
It kind of tastes like pork.
Your exact words to me were.
It tastes like chewy, like kind of like a pork meatball.
Yeah, that's what I said. It had a little chewiness to it.
Wow.
What would you give it?
I thought it was pretty flavorful though.
Yeah. Well, I thought 6 is like elevated.
Yeah.
That's why I gave it a 6. Like it's not standard. It's not normal. It's a little bit above better. But I just think that, I mean, especially I just think it's a hard thing to follow that mousse cake that we had, you know?
I like that derogatory sauce. It's good.
Would you rate it a 6?
I agree with your 6.
All right, so the falafel is like classic vegan, Nick.
Absolutely. It's like, so I'd say even before I was vegan, I was a big provider for falafel and falafel pitas specifically. So I have a lot of expectations because I've had the most experience with this specific dish. I'm curious what the ingredients are, how it's described in the little
All
brochure.
it says is fried falafel with tahini. Not much.
But you see like some, there's obviously some vegetables in there.
Yeah, of course there is a little bit of a, I don't know if they call it a salad or, usually that tahini, and what I'm looking for here is for a pitfall that falafel tends to fall into sometimes is that it's too dry.
Yes, I was going to say that,
so I'm hoping for a, the right moisture level.
And just so you guys know, this is the Tangierine Café found in the Morocco Pavilion. Sam and I, if you watched our other videos, we're big fans of the Tangierine Café.
Of the Morocco Pavilion.
But I'm unaware of how the falafel is. The stone-baked baked bread here is not vegan. Very good.
Yeah, so far so good. The thing I find interesting here is a lot of times when you bite into falafel, it'll be green on the inside because a lot of them have cilantro.
Okay.
This one does not, so it retains the chickpea color, the sort of yellowish tan. So let me try another bite here. First bite was good. I didn't notice any particular moisture level, so I'm gonna go again. Good crunch though. So
I think that the trick is to maintain the crispiness in the outside of the falafel with the moisture on the inside, which is very hard. Even when cooking like meat or anything like that, is like kind of like what you want. You want that seared outer edge with the moist interior.
By all accounts, it has accomplished that, which is a big thing. Yeah, so
I'm happy that it's doing, because Tangierine Café is something. If you see our other videos, Nick, we go crazy about this.
Consistently, it's one of the best.
Yeah, and that's one of the, if you notice, one of the shortest waits.
I would say that. The ones that we've been to today, I've noticed that's been the shortest wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so far I'm very happy with this because it's, like I said, the number one thing with falafel is it too dry, and without sacrifice, or is it not overly dry? Is it the right crispness on the outside with that texture?
The right wetness.
Right, exactly, the right wetness on there.
Are you ready to give it a number yet, or do you want to get into it a little bit more?
I'm going to get into it a little bit.
Okay. All right, like Nick said, falafel appeals to a lot of the non-vegans out there, and me as well. I enjoy a good falafel, so hopefully I'll enjoy this one. By all accounts, if Nick says it's good, I'm assuming it's going to be very good. I'm excited to try it. I really dig that. Especially usually a quick service, right?
Just ate half of it in one bite.
I'm gonna go 7. Nick pretty much said anything that you could say. So that's all I gotta say is crispy, moist on the inside, good little wet on the outside, and then the fresh vegetables add to it too. So for me, that's a solid 7. All right, Nick. So I've gone with a 7. I do think I went in a little bit more. I may have got a little bit more dryness, but I still like the total execution of the dish. as a whole?
Yeah, so I also really like the execution of the dish as a whole, which I may have touched on earlier. As far as any falafels I've ever had compared to other falafels, I give it like probably a 4 or a 5.
Ooh, okay, no.
But I would say compared to for the food in the park here, I would give it a 7 as well, because I'm including the service and everything, the whole atmosphere, the whole experience.
Yes, it's the theme park food, so the themed experience.
Right, look at this table. I love this.
Yeah.
So that I would say it ranks a little lower in my favorite falafels overall. Because
Which makes sense, yeah.
I would say, but because it doesn't have cilantro in it, I prefer it.
All right. So there's positives and negatives in this dish.
Of course. It's just different tastes and different restaurant styles.
Yes. But for a quick service, fast food,
quick
falafel.
service, fast food, solid, I give it a 7. If anyone is in New York City and wants a good falafel, I suggest Mousse. It's in like St. Mark's place. I think it's on that either on St. Mark's or on McDougal. So, and they're open until 5 a.m. because all the bars get out at 4. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah. So McDougal.
All right, so this is the last thing on the list.
Yeah.
Nick, and there's more vegan food for you guys, by the way. They're all listed by those little leaves that are in the booklets. But this is the last thing that we're going to have today.
I think we got them all.
Oh, we got them all?
Yeah, except for the Impossible Slider at Earth Eats. We got them all.
Oh, wow. We got them all then, Nick.
That's great. Hey, it's always a good thing when there's more vegan options than you can even have. Yeah. So that's like never a thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. Disney is inclusive. And we're at the India booth. So this is the last thing that we're going to have. It's very popular. It's the potato and pea samosa. Sam, what's inside it?
I just know that it comes with a coriander lime cream. That's all I got for you.
I'm assuming it's potato and pea inside.
Yeah, should be it.
You would think. And it comes with 2 servings. I think that was a pretty good price too. It was like $5.25.
$5.
Every time I get Indian food, I always get a samosa too. And from as far as I'm concerned, this is right on the money.
See, I don't have a lot of history with samosas.
Same.
So I don't think it's fair for me to even assess. For my first samosa experience, it is good. I'm enjoying it.
So a running theme in our food choices today has been we're trying to get a crunchy exterior and a good smooth kind of interior, a little fluffy.
Yeah.
I think this goes along right in line with all of those.
I agree.
I guess a common thing for fried food in general, but definitely the ones that we've had today. Because there is no meat or anything like that to kind of hold the center flavor for something else that add a different kind of level, a different kind of texture.
A little spice in this.
A little spice, yeah. So yeah, that's the thing I like about this samosa in particular. Samosas are not always spicy. They usually have something in them, but the spice level can vary greatly by the restaurant. So I like a little bit spicier. This is probably like I'd say a medium spice by like American standards.
A little bite, a slight bite.
Exactly, but it's nice, and I think it goes really well with this dish and with this pavilion.
Yeah, I would agree. India next to China, they're somewhat next to, I think geographically this one is one of the ones that makes the most sense. I would say a 7. Would you agree with the 7? We're going to agree with the 7. We're going with the 7 for this. My first samosa, I really do enjoy it. This is something I actually think I would come back for. And I'm not even a vegan, but you are, and I think you would probably have it again too.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. All right, I think that was a successful vegan food club, right?
It was.
Definitely.
Yeah, so let's go favorite item each person. I will go first. I really liked the Shimmering Sips Mousse. Man, that was so
Guava
good.
mousse.
Guava mousse. I didn't even know mousse could be vegan. And that was probably my favorite dessert I've had the whole festival. What about you, Sam?
I actually really like the meatball.
Oh yeah, the meatball.
And I've never had Impossible Meat. Like I would think that was like a sausage meatball.
That was a historic moment. That was Sam's first Impossible Meat.
The festivals are the only place that I'll like go out of my comfort zone. I'll never do it in a restaurant. Only here.
Well, you did. You had a scallop the other day, and you liked it.
All right.
Yes.
For the most part, festivals is where I'll be adventurous.
If you want to see her try a scallop for the first time, check out the Gico video that we have. Nick, what was your favorite?
Oh, Yuca fries, definitely.
Yeah, Yuca fries were very good.
I forgot about
Yes, those are great start. That whole booth this year, I actually, as much as I did enjoy Donut Box, I think that the fry booth, or the fry basket is its name, has actually been a great successor to that. Just an overall good booth. And I think a great crawl too. Nick, as a vegan, what did you think of the options here? Do you feel like they're inclusive? Do you think that they're good? And do you think that a vegan that goes to the Epcot Food and Wine Festival has more than enough things to try and enjoy? Or
there's definitely a number of options here. Like we said earlier, the fact that we ran out of things, we ran out of time before we ran out of things to try.
Yeah.
That's very uncommon in vegan options anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think anyone who comes to the Food and Wine Festival will have a lot of things to check out, a lot of different foods. And I hope that Epcot keeps vegan options on the menu going forward, no matter
and
what's
ramping
going on.
them up,
And ramping them up, yeah.
I feel like there's been a little more each year that we've been going. We've been going for a few years, and this is Nick's first time at Epcot since you were like what, 10 years old?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And in August, more booths are opening that have some vegan options.
Yeah.
And Nick will have to come back in August.
And pay up, Nick. Pay the piper to get an Epcot. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow and push this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm. Helps other people find the video. Subscribing also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notification so that way you're notified every time the videos come out, which is when, Sam?
Every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days.
Make the days count.
We'll see you next time. That's all, folks. Bye, Nick. Journey into your imagination of vegan food here at Epcot.